Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into the world of the Hyundai Genesis Coupe. Here are 10 amazing facts you might not know about this incredible car. This was Hyundai's grand entrance into the world of rear-wheel drive sporty coupes, and man did they make a splash. Over the course of its production run, the Genesis Coupe made a name for itself as a powerful, affordable and stylish option in a segment dominated by established players. We're going to unpack all that and more as we go through 10 things you probably didn't know about the Hyundai Genesis Coupe. Alright, so before the Genesis Coupe came along, Hyundai wasn't exactly known for building sporty rear-wheel drive machines. They were known for making, well, Hyundais, affordable, reliable transportation. Perfectly fine cars, but not exactly what you'd call exciting. But then 2008 rolled around and Hyundai dropped the Genesis Coupe on the world. This wasn't just some half-hearted attempt at a sporty car either. They went all in, giving it aggressive styling, powerful engine options, and of course, rear-wheel drive. This was a huge deal because it showed that Hyundai was serious about competing with the big boys in the performance car market. The Genesis Coupe hit the scene in 2008 and enjoyed a pretty solid run, sticking around until 2016. Now, that might not seem like a super long time, but in the car world, it's enough to make an impact. And an impact it did make. The Genesis Coupe quickly gained a reputation for offering a ton of bang for your buck. It was a legitimate alternative to cars like the Infiniti G37 and even the Mustang, especially if you were looking for something a little different from the usual suspects.
Now, when it came to what was under the hood, the Genesis Coupe gave you two distinctly different flavors to choose from. If you were on a bit of a budget, there was a 2.0-liter turbocharged four-cylinder that offered peppy performance and decent fuel economy. But let's be real, if you were buying a Genesis Coupe, you were probably eyeing the 3.8-liter V6. This thing was a beast, pumping out serious horsepower and giving the car some serious muscle to back up its sporty looks. Okay, let's talk more about that V6. In its most potent form, the 3.8-liter V6 in the Genesis Coupe cranked out a very respectable 348 horsepower. That's a lot of ponies for a car in this price range, and it meant that the Genesis Coupe could really move. 0 to 60 happened in the low 5-second range, which was properly quick back in the day and still holds up pretty well even by today's standards. Now, having all that power is great, but it's useless if you can't put it down to the ground effectively. That's where the Genesis Coupe's Torsen limited slip differential came in. See, a limited slip differential, or LSD for short, helps to make sure that the power from the engine gets sent to the wheel that has the most grip. This is especially helpful in sporty driving situations, like when you're accelerating out of a corner or driving on a slippery road.
Speaking of sporty driving, the Genesis Coupe wasn't just about straight-line speed. It was actually a really well-rounded driver's car. Reviewers at the time praised it for its sharp handling, responsive steering, and balanced chassis. It was the kind of car that you could really enjoy pushing hard on a winding road, and it wasn't afraid to hang with the more established players in the segment. Now, let's step inside the Genesis Coupe for a minute. The interior was designed with the driver in mind, featuring a cockpit-like layout that put all the controls within easy reach. The materials were surprisingly upscale for a car in this price range, and the overall design was sporty and modern without being too over the top. The Genesis Coupe wasn't just a street car either. It also saw its fair share of action in the world of motorsports. Hyundai even campaigned the car in Formula Drift, which is basically the premier drifting series in the world. Seeing a Hyundai going head-to-head with the likes of Nissan 350Zs and Ford Mustangs was pretty awesome, and it showed that the Genesis Coupe was a capable platform for competition. In 2013, the Genesis Coupe received a mid-cycle refresh that helped to keep it looking and feeling fresh. The exterior styling was updated with a more aggressive front fascia, new headlights, and LED taillights. Under the hood, the 2-liter turbocharged engine got a power bump, and there were some interior updates as well.
Sadly, the Genesis Coupe was discontinued after the 2016 model year. But despite its relatively short lifespan, the Genesis Coupe has definitely left its mark on the automotive world. It proved that Hyundai was capable of building a truly world-class sports coupe, and it helped to change the perception of the brand among enthusiasts. So there you have it, 10 amazing facts about the Hyundai Genesis Coupe. It might not get the same love as some of its more established rivals, but the Genesis Coupe was a truly special car. It offered a unique blend of performance, style, and affordability, and it helped to usher in a new era for Hyundai. What do you guys think of the Genesis Coupe? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more awesome car content. And as always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed learning about the Hyundai Genesis Coupe, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more amazing car facts and reviews. See you next time.